guys, it is Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. I'm trying to actually kind of figure out what days is days. Christopher just left for work, so it's about 7:10 in the morning. I've been up since 10 to 6 because I am a crazy person. No, I need to have the schedule. I need to have about 8 hours of sleep. I didn't get my full, I think, tonight, but that's more waking up in the middle of the night because I got hot flashes than anything else. Also my migraine and pain levels are not to play with this morning, so I am just taking it soft, watching some YouTube, just having a nice soft morning, having my coffee. I have to be a little bit careful with my coffee today because my milk is running out. Other things that I have planned for today is fix the dishwasher. Not like it's broken or anything, I just need to, you know, pick things out of it and pick things into it again. Hopefully put a set of wash in. Usually Christopher does that. He does the washing, yeah, not the washing machine, the dish machine for the dishes and the washing machine for the clothes. I need to do both today. Christopher usually does it, but he's been a little bit under the weather for the past weeks. So this weekend we didn't end up doing everything, or he didn't end up doing everything he usually does. And with me getting a little bit of a higher energy level, I'm going to try to put more things into the home. So yeah, that's the plan. But first I'm gonna continue watching Bailey J. She's holding some very beautiful Mickey ears at the moment. I really like her vlogs. They kind of see it's not so much private life, it's a lot of like her work life, working from home, and it's interesting. But yeah, good morning guys, I hope you have an awesome day. Whee! This is terrible. This was terrible. We have a cat something. I don't know. In Swedish, this is called a hatthylla, and now it's a katthylla. So yeah, I'm sorry about the early morning Swedish, but yeah, isn't he adorable? And look at those feet, and look, he's holding his paws together. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. So it is super overcast outside, or especially it's raining completely, and it's super dark outside. But I decided to sit here in the corner with my other little kitty. I'm actually sitting on his tail. I probably shouldn't be sitting on his tail. Poor kitty, my little kitty. So I love stuffed animals. I completely love stuffed animals, and we have a lot of those. And when the Disney store opened, I started to buy so many stuffed animals. So we have stuffed animals almost everywhere, and it had been super adorable when right now we have a fan standing in the window, but usually Gizmo and Leia can sit and look out, and they sit next to this little kitty, and like, we have three kitties now. But yeah, I really love how when you do something continuously, you get better at it. It's one of my favorite things, you know, like practice makes perfect. And I come to a point now when I do my videos, because I'm going to have a craft video coming out today, when it goes so much faster. Previous years, it has taken me so long time to do all the cutting and fixing and all of those. and bit by bit I have kind of streamlined how I do it, which also means that I don't have to sit in front of the computer as much, and my migraine won't be as much affected from doing this. I'm doing this because it's fun and because it helps my mental health. It will kind of affect my physical health, basically my migraine, but I need to keep a good balance with that, because if I just wouldn't do things that affect my physical health, like my migraines, I wouldn't do anything, and that would be a really boring thing. So I do get a little bit of a worse migraine from sitting in front of the computer, and I wouldn't be able to think and do my job as I want to do, but I could edit a video today, so I did, and it was a lot of fun. Just cutting it down, making the video. The video is much longer than they usually are. I tried to keep them like 10 to 15 minutes, and it's a simple tutorial, but the card is kind of complex, so then that happens. So yeah, but I did the voiceover and everything. Hopefully you don't hear the dunka 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 too much, but when I looked at the screen, the mic didn't pick up that dunk 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 that much. It's just a teeny tiny, so hopefully, because my voice is much higher, you can't hear it in the background. But anyhow, so the voiceover is done. I am exporting the video, so yeah, then I'm gonna do a blog post and all of those, but I'm gonna start by taking a little break. It's actually much earlier than I thought it would be. I thought that it would be like 10 o'clock, but it's only 8, so I think I'm gonna have some breakfast, and then we'll see what the rest of the day will continue to be. But it's a nice day, even though I don't know if you can see this. Now you can see it is super rainy outside. It's super rainy. It's wet everywhere. But then it's just a good thing that I can sit inside. Well guys, I just stopped talking to my endocrinologist. We decided to try the medication again, this time with a much lower dose, to see if I can feel a little bit better. This migraine thing is really throwing me for a loop. It will probably take me a couple of weeks before I figure out if it works, and also a couple of weeks before I figure out if it's not that good for my body, but it's okay. One of the scares I had with this medication last time was that there was some information saying that if you have phlegma in your heart, like your heart starts to beat strangely, that could be because of a certain heart condition, and if you have that heart condition you should really not take this medication. However, and I was really terrified because I have issues with multiple heartbeats. My heart have never been beating as it should, and it misses heartbeats, and I have sped up heartbeats and stuff. It's nothing wrong, it's just that it's what it do. However, I actually read somewhere else that it's actually not dangerous to your heart unless you have a very high dose, as when you are treated for Parkinson's or something, because you can treat Parkinson with this medication. So I don't have to worry about that. Awesome. So I don't have to think about the heart. All I have to think about is making sure that I don't have the depression, and that I don't get aggressive, because that is what happened the last time I had the medication. I was throwing tantrums like a 5-year-old, and I was crying daily. And we're not gonna go there, but I do need this medication, and I need to eat it for like 2 years. So for me this is super important that I continue to take it. So yeah, hopefully this will work out, because they do still feel that it is too small to be operated on. So but yeah, I am going to head out. I'm gonna go and get some milk cottage cheese, some bread, a few of those things. I don't have any breakfast at home anymore, and I really need to make sure that I eat every morning and lunch and dinner and everything. That was one of the tests. I took my Rheuma tests, and I'm getting a positive on a keto, is it keto? Yeah, ketosis test, which can either tell that you have diabetes or you're fasting. And I think my body is actually fasting, even though I'm trying to keep a good, healthy diet. So I need to add more carbs into my food, and that is what I'm trying to do with the sourdough bread and such, because that works better with my tummy. And I also try to kind of balance it with the proteins, but have a tendency to eat a little bit too much proteins. So I'm trying to balance that to see if I can feel better again. So yeah. When I get home, I'm probably gonna kind of fix everything here, like get my video up, stuff like that. But it's one of those days. I've been stressed out with this phone call, so I have a splitting migraine. I'm all over the place, and it's just stress. So I'm hoping that taking a little walk will kind of lift that. I'm also going to look if they have any cases for a certain kind of journal at Panduro. We'll see. And I need to have that gift card. I have to take the gift card with me so I can get new nail polishes. So yeah. I am finally on the way. It wasn't easy this. First I forgot the gift card, and then I thought I had everything, and I was halfway down and I realized I've forgotten the bag. So how am I supposed to fill full bag of groceries when I don't have it with me? So yeah, I fixed that. I am walking down this beautiful alley with all of these beautiful trees with orange leaves and everything, and it feels a bit nicer. But I'm heading away to the Mall of Scandinavia. I am home, and I got a whole bunch of fun stuff, but not half of what I needed. No, not half. Well, I was hoping to get a journal cover. They have stopped selling them at Panduro, so they had run out. And then I was in somewhere else to get some. Yeah, the lunch that I was supposed to get was not the correct one, so I couldn't eat it. So I am actually going to have some sandwiches for lunch because I brought some bread with me home. But I thought I'd show you a couple of things that I actually bought. I picked up this one, which is a Mocha Mint EOS lip balm. I found EOS lip balms a couple of years ago, and I just completely love them. They are so wonderful. They work perfectly with my lips. I have super dry skin and super dry lips, so I need something like this every day, all day, every day. And they also have like SPF 30 on some of them. This is just a normal one. That is mint chocolate. And then I picked up 2 nail polishes. One is a kind of a metallic sheen, a dark gunmetal, that's the word, gunmetal, with a little bit of metallic sheen. And I picked up a glittery purple, and they actually look gorgeous together. So I think might be redoing my nails later, because the nails I have on, they got really trashed really fast actually. I also picked up some candy for Christopher. Kind of a fun thing. As I told before, we are very habitual persons. We have our habits. This is how we do stuff, and we do it for a couple of months, and then we switch it up, and then we do it for keep that for a couple of months, and then switch it up. And that's kind of a circle we go through. That's just the people that we are. We like simplicity, and we like it to be quick, fast, and easy. And last year, around this period, we ate huge amount of candy. I mean a huge amount. There was a reason why I stopped eating sugar, because everything I ate was just sugar. But Christopher, he found some candy that he really loved. There's a Swedish kind of gummy company called Malaco. I think it's Swedish. It might be Danish or Swedish, called Malaco, and they make these cola bottle ones that really taste like a Coca-Cola bottle, and he loves them. And then they have these black fishes. If you ever heard about Swedish fish, they actually come from the company Malaco who made them, and then there's another company that does them in the US. Well, in Sweden we also have those kind of fishes, but in licorice, in salty licorice. And I've heard that Americans don't like salty licorice. I love it, and so do Christopher, and he loves these fishes. But they stopped selling them a couple of months ago, and he's been like crazy trying to find them. And now it's Halloween, which means it's Halloween candy, and I found a box full with those salty fishes, so I bought him some salty fishes. So I'm hoping he's gonna be super happy when he gets home. I'm gonna sort them because I've bought a few other bits and pieces. I'm not gonna start eating sugar, but one or two maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have lunch first so that I'm full. Maybe save it to this weekend when we have guests. I've been meaning to upload the video for like a couple of hours, and I have been procrastinating on that. So I kind of wondered why. And I just realized I do not like the voiceover. I have to redo the voiceover. That's just what I need. And I think that is important when you're doing some things creative. You have to listen to yourself. You have to figure out what you want to do and why you are iffy about something. But yeah. It didn't work out well. Well guys, it is evening and I'm gonna head to bed. I actually ended up being very productive in the evening, and something tells me that I've become a little bit more, I've found myself a little bit more, I think, this last few weeks, months, kind of figuring out which hours I work best and stuff like that. I actually did get the video up. It's not a big thing to do. I didn't have that much left. I basically just had some blog writing and push up of everything. But I did get it done, which feels awesome, because then like the goal of the day is actually done. And then we had our friend over for coffee. We had sushi for dinner. And I've been coloring a little bit. I finished the evening by coloring a little bit, and that feels actually super awesome. Really super awesome. So even though I'm tired and all of those things, I think the day ended on a positive note. And it's always good with days who end on positive notes, because then when you wake up in the morning, you remember how the day ended and you kind of start off on a positive note. So yeah. Tomorrow I'm gonna head out because I need to meet my bosses and talk a little bit about timing of going back, how they feel to get me back, talk about kind of the different health issues and how long time things will take and stuff like that, all that jazz. And I'm considering passing by the craft boutique because I'm looking for a product and I'm hoping to get that. So we'll see if she has it. I think it's the last thing on the list of things to buy. I bought a set of the distress inks, however they won't arrive until probably at the end of this week. But there's one thing more I want. One thing more. I'm going to show you tomorrow if I get it. But yeah, a good end of a day. Well, I'm gonna head to bed, so good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite.